Hey y'all, Cue Ball here. Thanks for tuning into my channel, Live with Cue Ball. And I think I just sat in a spot maybe with too much shadow, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can adjust anything here for the betterment of the video. Maybe here. Well, here we are, Sunday. Got a few hours of sleep last night. My wife woke up, I don't remember even now what time it was, but after a couple hours of sleeping, and she couldn't sleep, and so I ended up sitting out there with her, watching some TV, some episodes of Friends, and just sitting with her and holding her hand. She went back to sleep at a point, watching TV. I went, and at that point, instead of going back to bed, I went into the recliner and laid there and dozed off. And then got a little bit more sleep until waking up this morning and getting a shower and taking care of my wife's diapering and bedding and wiping her down and things like that. Tomorrow, she is scheduled to be transported over to the Mayo Clinic for a feeding tube to be put in, if she chooses to do so. It's all scheduled, it's all set up, the transportation's set up. She's not 100% on if that's the best thing to do or not. And I mean, I don't know, it's her choice, it's her decision. She's still able to make decisions, so I'm letting her make decisions. There's, like any decision in life, there's a good side and a bad side. No matter what options you choose, there's always a good side and bad side. Ultimately, yes, it's a process for the whole family, myself, being the caregiver, my children, and stuff that we have together. It's hard on everybody involved, no matter what way it goes. Ultimately, she's the one dealing with the pain, she's the one dealing with the suffering. She's still able to communicate that stuff to me. And even though I have all the paperwork and things, that, she's the one living it. She's the one dealing with it. She gets to decide how she wants to deal with it, and I'll make it work the best I can. You can kind of hear some wind chimes out here. A little bit breezy today. It's been breezy all week now. I know some of you might have seen some of the drama unfold on my Facebook, and it's brought up in my last video, the episode 10 video. Hopefully that's over with and stopped, and people can be positive, people can be supportive, or people can just not watch the video, but or if they see it, they don't have to comment, but right now, I showed at the beginning there as I left the living room, my wife's taking a little nap. So let her get some rest. See how the day unfolds. See what things she chooses to do or not do. But I mean, at this point, she's pretty weak. She has not really eaten anything significant, and since around Christmas. I mean, around that time she was maybe eating one of them little yogurts or one of them little applesauce cups a day. And now it got down to last week there where it was just a couple bites of something a day. And now it's just total nothing a day, except some water. She did take a couple sips of some sweet tea yesterday, like just to break up the monotony, and I enjoyed the taste, I guess. I don't know what the reason was that she asked for it, but at this point, if she asks for it and I can get it, I'm gonna get it and let her have it. It's just tough to see her there in pain, to hear every little thing, like changing her shirt or changing the diaper and any movements or anything. She's so frail compared to where she used to be. She's so, ow. And know that every little thing hurts. It hurts to roll her. It hurts to move her. It hurts to lean her up. It hurts to roll her over. It hurts her for just to breathe. And to know that even if she was to get the feeding tube, there would be a slight improvement. The pain's not going to go away. So we get from where, maybe she's got another week or two of not eating to where she would pass, till she gets the feeding tube, and at the rate she's been progressing, maybe she gets a few months. Not to be mean or gruesome or anything, but the odds of her, at where she's at, the odds of her even making it to her birthday in March would be amazing. It'd be unbelievable. The odds of her making it to any holidays at the end of next year, we realized that when she got the holidays this year, that there was in the 90 percentile chance that they were her last Thanksgiving, her last Christmas. And this is not to be mean, it's not to be rude or anything, it's just, it's reality. It's and why would I want her to prolong anything to just be in pain and to suffer? That's selfish. That's selfish for anybody who thinks that way or wants that. Maybe your opinion's different, but mine is that it would just be selfish to have somebody that's in this condition with this terrible disease, this disease that is known to be the worst, and arguably maybe the second worst disease that is even on the planet. To see somebody suffering to this scale firsthand, it's terribly hard. I've been married to this person for over 31 years. Known her for, a couple of years before that. Raised two beautiful daughters together. We've traveled places, we've done things, we've experienced all kinds of experiences together, good and bad. Moved to a few different states, we worked a few different jobs. We got to do some traveling. We've experienced hard times, we've experienced good times. We've been flat broke. We've been to where we had expendable income and could do things. Just different stages and different points along the way. She's not just my wife. She's not just my child's mother. But she's been my best friend for years. Doing damn near everything together. Damn near everything. And just this last Friday, we were supposed to go to, we had tickets for a while. We were supposed to go to the Styx concert at the Celebrity Theater on Friday. I mean, there's just no way. There was no way to be able to do it. We had tickets, and when we got the word that things were where they were and her mobility issues, I got them to switch the tickets to ADA seating so she could be able to go there in a wheelchair. But we got to the point that wasn't even an option, where she can be transported by wheelchair. She's been completely, totally bedbound. Just to even go to the hospital tomorrow, she's going to have to be transported under ambulatory care and be, taken from her hospital bed here into the stretcher and then brought via stretcher to the Mayo Clinic Hospital in Phoenix. And the best odds out of this is that she gets enough strength to where she can get out of the bed and be using a Hoyer lift and an electric wheelchair. It's the total best odds out of being able to get the feeding tube put in and get a little bit of strength. She's not going to be standing unassisted. She's not going to be walking unassisted or even with a walker. These things have all passed. They're not in the spectrum, not in the reality for us here anymore. It's hard to see my kids losing their mother. I'm losing my wife. I'm losing my best friend. But for me to prolong it just seems selfish. It seems selfish. The person is suffering so much. I see it day, I see it night, I hear it in the voice, and I see it in the eyes. The frail arm, the frail hand in my hand, she can't sit up unassisted. She can't roll unassisted. She can't do any of that stuff unassisted. At this point, the fact that she can still hold her phone and text words to me and other people. Is her sole communication pretty much. Is the texting or a video call with my daughter and the thumbs up or, things like that. I mean, it's very minimal how she can communicate. And I have a little pictogram sheet thing laminated there for her to use. She does not like, but it's there. She'd rather try to talk, and I can pick up on a lot of what she's trying to say most of the time, and I'll confirm it, and she'll give me the thumbs up. If I'm struggling to figure it out, she'll pick up the phone and text it out. Send me text. It's turned into now pretty much, it's full-time days of just sitting with her, holding her hand, talking to her, watching TV with her. She doesn't want anything anymore to eat, and the water, she's drinking very little water. She's mostly using it to just wet her lips and put chapstick on. Unbelievable to me that, we can still have these diarrhea diapers after so many days of not eating. She hasn't. Honestly, I would be surprised if she's had much more than 2,000 calories since Christmas. And even a couple days before Christmas. I would be very, very surprised if the calorie count would be 2,000 calories. Apparently the body does hold a lot of poop in there because it's been coming out. Oh. I really hope that my youngest daughter is going to be coming out next month to be checked out by the Mayo Clinic, because she has a few things with her that are possibly symptoms of ALS. And since it is genetic, in my wife's case, she's going to be checked out so they can either confirm or rule out. That I really hope it isn't. But if it is, it is. And at least for her, she would be finding out way early and be able to receive more treatments, more care, more help, possibly get into some clinical trial stuff that could possibly make a significant difference in her life. But hopefully she's lucky enough that it's not, and they can find out more what it is and get things figured out for her. My oldest daughter seems to be doing fine. She's very lucky with minimal health type issues. Oh man. I I don't. I just don't know what to think. I don't know. With all this different family stuff going on, my wife is very nervous and concerned for this next week. Her two sisters, one's older, one's younger, they'd got tickets to come from Wisconsin and come see Susie, be here Tuesday evening. Susie should be back home as she does the surgery sometime Tuesday. Everything fine Monday, then she'll be back released on Tuesday and back home. They would be here Tuesday evening and leave Saturday morning. But with all the other family drama and things like that, she's nervous. Susie's got mixed feelings about the whole thing. Of course, I've got mixed feelings about the whole thing, and so do my children and things too at this point in this stage, but it is what it is. We'll see how everything goes. I don't want anything that's going to make my wife more stressed, more worried. I know she would be more comfortable if there's, I don't know. We've reiterated to her that, do whatever you want to do for yourself, not for anybody else, not for your family. You're not doing anything for them. Not for your children. You're not doing anything for them. Not for your husband. You're not doing it for him. Everybody will be okay, irregardless of whatever you feel is right for you. So, hopefully, she chooses herself over anybody else, and that any decisions are made based on herself, her feelings, her comfort, and not her worrying about anybody else. She's always done things for others, always put everybody ahead of herself. And this is not the time to be doing that, so I hope she does not. This is the time for her to be selfish, for her to only think about her wants, needs, desires, pain tolerance. Ultimately, I know I've been slowly losing my wife, my best friend, for the past couple months. And over the last month, significantly rapidly, to where it's, she can't get transported to a restaurant. She can't get transported. I mean, we were able to get her transported to the Phoenix Zoo during Thanksgiving break with the kids here. That's just something that's a total impossibility even now. That there's really not much outside of her just being able to watch TV and be inside the house. Very little else for her. And it's tough because we've spent years and years and years where we spent very little time in the house, where, I mean, she might have liked to spend more time in the house, but she'd like to go have breakfast out, and I would say, well, let's go have breakfast. And she'd be like, okay, we'll go have breakfast. And once she was out in the car and had gotten breakfast, I mean, she knew what I was doing and stuff, and it was our little game, if you will. Once she went and had breakfast and was done having breakfast somewhere, I would slowly be driving, leaving the restaurant, and drive to various other things other than just driving back to the house. We would go drive to the zoo, or we would go drive on a scenic drive, or go drive to some attraction somewhere, or go drive to a store and walk around, or something, anything. I've probably never in years been to where I've been in my house more than 1 or 2 days before we've been out and doing something. I'm not the kind of person that did that, and I've made my wife and kids have become accustomed to that too, to where it was the kids growing up knew that like if I said, hey, we're gonna do something, we're leaving at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's like that means that Daddy's walking out the house at 6:30. So they always made it a point to make sure they were ready before that, because I wasn't going to be leaving late, and I wasn't going to be waiting around for them to get ready either. Especially once they got old enough in life to where they could just be left at the house and miss out on the day's activity, or going to eat someplace. I don't know. I've rambled on now for nearly half an hour. Need to wrap this up. I'll fill you guys in when maybe later tonight, once there should be more help coming again this evening, and be here for a few days, and let you know what's happening, or if she's doing the feeding tube or not doing the feeding tube, or if she's doing the feeding tube, what the process is and outcomes when she's back out and in recovery and things like that, like the statuses update and things like that. I'll fill people in. I don't know. When I do get the opportunity to try to sleep, it's hard to sleep. There's just so many thoughts, so many emotions. Pretty soon, I'm going to be here alone. I don't know, any time between, I knew it was always a possibility at some point. Didn't realize it was going to be so soon. But with the ALS and the progression of her ALS, I know that door can be the next thing, and it's not about me, but I haven't been alone in years. I'm gonna be all alone. Be hard to ignore all them creepy noises and things you hear when you know there ain't anybody else in the house, that you can just go, oh, that's Susie in the other room, or you hear noise and realize you're the only one there. It's going to be more discomforting to hear those noises. Oh, man. All right, well, this is not about me. I gotta be strong for my wife. So. Everything's gonna be all right. Oh, man. Well, that's enough of this. I need to go back in and check on her. Just try to be kind to each other. If you don't have something kind to say, keep it to yourself. If you got kind words and encouragement, make sure you tell people that. If you love somebody and care about somebody, make sure you do it. Tell them. And you need to tell them now. Not an hour from now. Not tomorrow. You need to do it now. There's too many things that can happen between an hour from now or tomorrow. It needs to be now. You have the time to do it now. You just watched me for 30 minutes. You obviously have some free time. Do it now. Till next time, be good to one another. Remember, I love you guys. Bye.